As soon as I saw the title for Barney's Animal ABCs, I was pretty sure this was going to be amazing, and I was not disappointed. This is a Barney special from 2008. And I mostly watch Barney for the nostalgia. Barney takes me straight back to my childhood, but I also love seeing how educational Barney is because I love early years education. And I kind of figured that this one would be about the alphabet and animals. And needless to say, I was right. And it is perfect. Not only is it very educational, but we have some amazing songs in this. The clips are all very well edited together, and there are so many different animals: jungle animals, farmyard animals, hamsters, little pets, any kind of animal. And I was also really keen to see what animals they would come up with as well, because it's a game that I actually love playing. Even nowadays, if I'm going for a walk with somebody and we want to, play a game while we're walking, one of my favorite games is this is an aside, but maybe somebody will find this useful. It's so one person names an animal, and then the next person has to name an animal beginning with the last letter of the previous animal. So this kind of word game is something that I really love, and I loved it as a child as well. And I was so keen to see what animals they would come up with for each letter. Some of them I guessed, some of them maybe not so obvious. The premise is very simple. Barney and the gang are coming up with different animals for each letter of the alphabet, and for most of them, they launch into a song. I think the song selection is wonderful. I won't go through every song, but just a couple of highlights. One of my new favourites is The Ants Go Marching. It's not a song I remember vividly from my childhood, but in watching Barney for nostalgia now, I've actually really grown to like this one. Obviously, that was ants. We also have Old MacDonald Had a Farm, which, if I remember rightly, was C for cow. So sometimes the song, there are cows in the song, but the song is not specifically about cows, whereas obviously The Ants Go Marching is about ants. We have the Baby Bop Hop. I won't say exactly what animal led to that. Mary Had a Little Lamb. And a couple of other really brilliant songs. So I really like the fact that we had some songs that were connected, sometimes very strongly, sometimes maybe slightly connected. A lot of clips of animals, sometimes interacting with the children. There's a beautiful dog. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. As an animal fan, well, as an adult animal fan, I loved it. But as a child, I loved animals and, shows about animals. And I just would have lapped up all of the content here. As I said, everything is put together really well. It flows really well. The pacing's great. It tends to spend a fairly similar amount of time on each letter, but obviously certain letters are more open to different animals than others. And I was indeed very keen to see what they do with some of the trickier letters. And I think everything worked out quite well. Really enjoyed it watching it now as an adult. It's beautifully educational. I love it when I watch a TV show for nostalgia, but I can have appreciation for it as an adult with how educational it is. Not that I was the target audience age when this was released in 2008. I was 16, so not quite the target audience. So I don't think I would have ever seen this one before. But watching it now, I have so much appreciation for how educational it is, how well put together it is. And honestly, I have to say, I don't care if I'm 31 years old. I had good fun trying to work out what animals they'd mention next, and also what songs. Once they revealed the animal, my brain did kind of try and think what song could be next. I didn't look ahead, and it was good fun. Really enjoyed it. Nostalgic in some ways. Great to watch it to see how educational it is for early years. And I have to say, it's one of the strongest Barney specials, without question.